With Palia's new patch 0.169, a lot of recipes had their prices change as well as the structure of the recipe, including the celebration cake. So for this video, I wanted to make an updated guide on how to do cake parties now with the new recipe for it. I'll be going through everything, including all of the rolls required for the cake, all of the ingredients needed, all of the cooking stations you need to craft for your kitchen, and as well as how to host and join parties. First, I wanted to do a quick price rundown of how it has changed so you can determine whether you still want to do cake parties or not. If you're already aware of the price breakdown and just want the ingredients and rolls, you can go on and skip ahead using the chapters in the video. Each celebration cake now sells for 40% less. So basically, each cake will only be 60% of how much they were originally being sold for, and on top of this, some of the price changes from Zeki General Store have been made for the ingredients. The price for both butter and milk from Zeki General Store have both been halved. Butter went from 80 gold to 40 gold, and milk went from 60 gold to 30 gold. And lastly, all of the cooked dishes that are used in glowworm and worm farms will have their final price changed and lowered when they come out as a glowworm and fertilizer. So basically, there is less profit overall from putting them in the worm farms. The second thing is that star quality items as well as cooked items will now be producing more money in terms of glowworm farms as compared to the exact same amount as normal quality items did. Alright, so now I will go over all of the cooking stations that you need in order to be able to successfully do cake parties and host them. The new celebration cake recipe requires more mixing stations, so now you will need 3 ovens, 3 prep stations, and 11 mixing stations in order to successfully complete the cake. And here are the rolls for each cooking station. Firstly, you need a starter which has star quality blueberries, so you need the exact amount of blueberries as the amount of cakes you'll be making. For example, if you want to make 50 cakes, they need 50 star quality blueberries. This person will be starting at the prep station. The next roll is the leafer roll, in which you need sweet leaves that are the exact number of items as the recipe. So again, if you have 50 cakes, you need 50 sweet leaves. There are 4 leafers and each of them need their own sweet leaves. This roll is at the mixing station. The next roll is the batter roll, which requires you to have flour, egg, and butter for each of the cakes. So 50 cakes is 50 flour, 50 egg, and 50 butter. This roll requires 3 people and it is also at the mixing station. The next roll is the froster, which requires milk and butter for the number of cakes, and this roll will be just 1 person and it is also at the mixing station. This roll should ideally wait before the batterers have made their items, otherwise the menu will jump around a lot and cause issues and just makes the process less seamless overall. The next roll is the fruit froster, who needs to have fruit and sugar required for each cake being made. The fruit is generally supposed to be star quality, and this roll will come in 3 people and will be also at the mixing station. The next roll is a combined roll of both the oven bakers as well as the spreaders. So these will be 3 people who are in charge of the oven and also use the prep station in order to spread. So now I'm just going to put up a diagram showing you all of the ingredients required in a quick sheet. That way you can refer to it whenever you need to, and it'll be an example for 50 cakes. Next, I'll do a step-by-step from beginning to end on how to bake the cake. That way you know the exact order of things that need to go. First, the starter will start the recipe by hitting the check button on use star quality ingredients and then clicking make at the bottom. Next, the 4 sweet leafers at the leafing stations will crush their leaves, and then after that the batterers will go ahead and make their batter. At this point, all of the people on the oven should be putting the batter into the oven and baking the cake, while all of the frosters make their frosting for their mixing stations. Once the baking is done, the people on the oven should be removing all of their cake layers from the ovens and then going to the prep stations in order to spread the fruit jam all over the cake. Once they are done with this, the person who originally started the recipe should be at their prep station and should be ready to press F to interact with the cake layers and then finally finish up the cake. Finally, they interact with the cake one last time in order to claim it, and everyone should get the cake in their inventory. And that's all, the cake is done, and now you just need to repeat this process for as many cakes as you have. In order to host and join parties, you need to join the Palia Discord, and there is a channel that has LFG parties so that you're able to scroll through all of the parties and be able to join anyone you'd like. On each of these parties, you'll notice there's a new cooking party website that people are linking to, which makes the process of getting players to join and being more organized a lot easier. With these parties, when you click on the forum post for them, you want to hit the link for the cooking party and enter in your username if you're joining the party. If they do not have this cooking party link, you simply just write your in-game username at the chat at the bottom and they should update the list with your name on it. In order to host a party, you want to make sure that you are using the link or making sure you have a full list with empty slots so that whenever people do enter in their name, you're able to update that. With the cooking party website, you don't have to do all of the extra stuff. You simply need to go on the link, enter in your name, and then hit host, and then people will be able to join the party as long as you put the link in your Discord forum post. Once you have joined the party, you want to make sure you are adding the host to your Palia friends list, and the host should be making sure to accept these friend requests. Once this is done, all of the players that joined should be visiting the host on their plot, and there you go, you should be able to start your cooking party now. That is everything you need to know in order to be able to successfully do a cooking party with a celebration cake recipe in Palia. Comment down below if you do have any questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching my video as always and enjoy your cooking parties.